You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little, expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn you back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hood Table one more again. Thanks for tuning in. How's everybody doing? This video, I'm just going to be prepping some food for tomorrow. That's about it. But, I'm going to be chopping it up like the video says. Chop it up with me on Christmas Eve. Later today. And on your way in, everyone, please make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe to the Hood Table if you're not already subscribed. Please and thank you very much. Thank you so very much. Make sure you follow us on all of our platforms. Facebook, Twitter, IG, thehoodtable.com, and Stereo. I wanted to get on what's that one called? What is it called? Clubhouse. I wanted to get on Clubhouse. I've been hearing a lot about this Clubhouse, but I heard that you can only get on there if you have an iPhone. And I'm not gonna buy me no iPhone just to get on no podcast. No, thank you, no sir, no ma'am. But we are on Stereo. I haven't been on Stereo in a minute though. I've been mainly on here on YouTube. But for a minute I was doing some videos on Stereo. I like doing videos on Stereo, but then I don't like doing videos on Stereo because Stereo, where's my phone? Stereo, if you don't have anybody to go live with that you know, because you have to partner with somebody on Stereo in order to do a live podcast. You just can't go live by yourself. Like on here, on IG, Facebook, anything else, you can go live by yourself. On Stereo, you have to go live with one other person. And if you don't have anybody that you know who is available when you want to go live, then Stereo picks somebody for you to go live with. And that's what I don't like, because I done had some crazy people jump on there. Like some really crazy people jump on there being really like pornographic and asking you really personal questions. And I'm like, and there's thirsty people on there on Stereo. So yeah, if I can't go live with somebody that I know that has a Stereo account, then I'd rather just not go live over there at all. So yeah, that's why I haven't been on Stereo in a minute. And I'm up here just I don't like to look at that one. I'm up here right now just picking my greens, and about to cut and chop them up. And I'm gonna cook my greens today. I got some big old turkey legs too. I got a pack of turkey legs, 2 turkey legs. That's gonna go in the greens. Ooh, collard greens and smoked turkey legs is the biz naive. Trust and believe. But so yeah, that's all I'm doing right now. Just working on these greens. I got some onions Got like 3 onions, 3 peppers, jalapeno, some garlic, um, celery. Got it going on over here, y'all. And this is all the vegetables. Some of them is going to go in the pot with the meat because I cook my smoked turkey legs uh, for about 2 hours. If they're not tender enough, I do about 2.5 hours for the smoked turkey legs. So those smoked turkey legs, they so thick. They so thick. So I do them about 2.5 hours, 2 to 2.5 hours for the smoked turkey legs. And I put my vegetables in there, my garlic, onions, peppers, uh, all that good stuff in there. Then after those turkey legs is done, then I put my greens on, cook them for a couple of hours. Then like the last 30 minutes or so, I throw my turkey legs in there after I of course shredded all the meat off the bone. Then I throw the meat from the turkey leg in the greens. But that's about all I usually make the day ahead of the holiday besides my cakes or my desserts. Like later today at 7, y'all, I'm going live making a cheesecake. I'm making my uh recipe that I really love. I really like to use, especially if you're making a big cheesecake. Like most of the orders that I take when I'm in season to do my baking, and it's not, I haven't been in season since CB19. So, and it's so funny. I swear to God, today when I was out and about, um, running a few errands, people kept tagging me. You know how on Facebook you have like the history, and sometimes it shows you like something that happened or something you posted a year ago or something you might have been tagged in a year ago. So a lot of people was sharing posts that I had posted of their dessert orders from last year. I miss baking for people so much. They was like, "Man, I can use this right now," or "Man, I could taste this right now." Somebody posted a post and "Man, Tanya makes the best banana pudding cake." Yes, banana pudding cake. But yeah, a lot of people been tagging me and stuff all morning with pictures of desserts I made for them last holiday. I mean last Christmas. But as y'all done heard me say already, I haven't done any desserts for people since CB19 started getting real bad. I try my best to just stay away from as many people as I can. If I don't have to go out to the grocery store multiple times every week to pick up stuff to order for people, I don't have to go to the cake store, the supply store multiple times throughout the week to order for people, then I ain't doing it because that's just putting me more at risk every time I have to uh, do an order for people. And so that's that. But hopefully, I told somebody, hopefully, maybe by next spring, CBD, they might have it, CB19, they might have it under control. And maybe by next year, next spring, maybe I can get back to my baking for people. But in the meantime and in between time, can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. And my friend, one of my friends called me today, and she asked me was I going live today, and I said, yeah, I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna go live in a little bit, which is right now, the live I was talking about. And I said also I'm gonna go live later today around 7 p.m. and make a cheesecake live so you guys can see how I make my cheesecake. And she said, oh, so I guess that means you ain't making no German chocolate cake for Christmas? I was like, yeah, I am. She said, oh, because she had asked me like a week ago, can I make a German chocolate cake? Then I just threw that impression. Can I make a German chocolate cake for Christmas? And I said, yeah, I can make one. I haven't made one in a minute. I love German chocolate cake. The only thing I hate about a German chocolate cake is because I don't use no frostings already made from the store for any cake. All my frostings I make fresh. And so the only thing I hate about the German cheesecake, the German chocolate cake is that when you're making a frosting, you have to stand there at the stove and constantly whisk the frosting so that it don't curd and stuff because it has eggs in the frosting, so you don't want the frosting to curd. So you have to keep stirring, keep whisking and stirring and whisking and stirring and whisking with the German chocolate cake. So that's the only thing I hate about making the frosting for that. Hey, beautiful Miss Hall, how you doing? How you feeling today? I know yesterday you said you weren't feeling too hot. I hope you're feeling better, love. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. About to clean some collard greens. I'm picking them off the stems right now. Only got 6 bunches, so it ain't gonna take me long. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. About to clean my collard greens. And then after I clean my collard greens, I'm gonna cook my smoked turkey legs. I'll put them on the pot. I don't know if you can see behind me, but on my stove I got a big old pot that I use for my greens and stuff. So I'm gonna put the turkey legs in there, cook them. Matter of fact, I should put the water in there now, but I'll put them in there because I still gotta chop up my onions and all that stuff to go in there. So ain't no use of me turning the water on now. But you said turkey leg for seasoning, huh? Let me turkey leg for seasoning. Who's that? Let me go on Facebook so I can see who you are. Because you didn't give Facebook permission to use your name. So all it says is Facebook user. Uh, let's see. Are you in my Facebook the Hood Table group commenting? Let me go there. Oh, Nathan. Oh, hey, what's up, Nathan? I had to go over to Facebook to see who you are because it doesn't show your name in the chat. But yeah, sometimes I use for my greens. Sometimes I use smoked turkey legs. Sometimes I use smoked neck bones. Them is my two favorite meats to put in my greens. So it's either one of the two, smoked neck bones or smoked turkey legs. I love both of them actually in there. I think I actually love the smoked turkey legs better, but yeah, not just for the seasoning, but for the meat to have the meat in there. And then I use the water, of course, whatever I boil or whatever I cook, whatever meat I cook, I use the water after I strain all the vegetables out. I use the water to put in the greens. Yeah. You said no pork, please. Honey, child. I know you don't eat pork. I know you don't eat pork. But this woo, shoot, shoot. Yes. So sometimes I do the smoked turkey legs and my greens, and sometimes I do the smoked egg. But besides the greens and the turkey legs and stuff that I'm gonna make today, I'm gonna make my cheesecake. And I'm gonna make German chocolate cake. Now this is the plan, y'all. This is the plan, right? Because y'all know I done said before. I know some people they start cooking a day ahead of time, 2 days ahead of time. They be having the whole dinner done ahead of time. And then on the holiday, they put it all in the oven or heat it up, or they put it all in the microwave or something, warm up everything, the sides and stuff. I I like my food cooked. It's just certain things I just don't. I like my food fresh and hot and same day, and that's just what I like to do. So some people be like, I'm not getting up early in the morning on no holiday and cooking, and I want to enjoy my holiday, mingling with, my peeps and stuff, which I do understand, but I start early in the morning. I start early in the morning, like 5, 6, early morning. If you know what you're doing and you know your way around the kitchen, and I mean, you should know exactly what is going to take how much time, what should be cooked first, what should be cooked in the middle, what should cook last, so it just all flows. And that's what I do. And by 3 o'clock, all the food be done. There's just certain things I just don't like to eat. Now, as far as leftovers, of course, I like to eat leftovers. I eat leftovers, but I'm saying for the first time I put my taste buds on the food, I like that to be done the same day. Now the greens is okay. I can cook my greens a day ahead of time, like I always do, and then warm them up on the stove the next day. That's cool. Greens, they fine like that. But like my macaroni, you know, my dressing, and there's certain other things I just like to be fresh, hot, piping hot, coming out the stove. You know, after it cools down, we make our plate. I'm up here mixing up the trash can from my boat. Like you said, I love cheesecake. Yes, I love cheesecake too. And when I make my cheesecakes, oh, do I got my strawberry glaze? Oh Lord. Oh, I think I got enough strawberry glaze. If not, I got some strawberry. I know I got some strawberry preserve. I know I got some type of strawberry sauce to go on top. But I keep strawberry sauce for my cheesecakes. But I like to put strawberries on my cheesecake, a strawberry glaze or some type of strawberry sauce. I like to put strawberries. I like to put blueberries. I like to put raspberries and just make it real pretty and just decorate it like that. But so that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do today. After I get off of here, after I chop up these vegetables, I'm gonna make my German chocolate cake and then let that cool off. And then I'm going to do the cheesecake live. I'm gonna do the cheesecake live. The German chocolate cake, I'm just gonna make the cake part. And then live, I'm gonna do the frosting part. So I'm gonna do the frosting with you guys live. But show y'all how you make German chocolate cake frosting. But yeah, the cheesecake I'm gonna do live. I'm gonna make the crust. I'm gonna make the cheesecake, and I'm gonna do it step by step to show you how I make mine, which is probably how a lot of people make theirs too. Like a lot of people be like, "Oh, you ain't had my this, or you ain't had my that. You ain't had this, you had mine." And, a lot of people like to brag about the way they cook, but most most things that most people cook recipes are usually very similar. Usually very similar. That's why I tell people like you can cook anything you want. Anything that you ever eaten at a restaurant, anything you ever had at somebody's house, if you really want to cook it or make it, it's a bazillion recipes online, a bazillion cookbooks, a bazillion YouTube videos. And 9 times out of 10, most of the recipes are very similar. Like they're very similar. Now you can put your own, twist on certain things if you want. If you find another way to spice it up or make something taste better or something, you can do that if you want. But if you just want a recipe for cooking anything, there's no excuse why you don't know how to cook anything that you want to cook. Whether it's a peach cobbler, homemade apple pie, uh, I like Chinese food. So Chinese food like beef and broccoli or chicken fried rice or egg rolls. I cook whatever I got a taste for. If I don't know how to make it, I will go online and find out how to make it. You said YouTube got recipes, but be careful because they finished product is. You know what? Hey Nathan, I'm trying to read some of the comments. You said sore throat, congestion, body ache. Oh no, Miss Hall, you sound like that commercial. Sore throat, runny nose, body aches. Oh no, please don't tell me you got the CV. That don't sound good. You said your friend's mom made you a yam cake for Christmas. Greens get better the next day. Yes, greens get better the next day. Sitting and soaking in that soupy green, water juice, green juice. You said what's your Caribbean game? What's your Caribbean food game like? I don't really mess around with a lot of Caribbean food as far as me personally cooking it. I done jerk meat before, but jerk chicken, things like that. But I'm not really big on Caribbean food. Even at Caribbean restaurants. I done ate at Caribbean restaurants several times from here to Florida. And I'm not big on all of their food. Like some people like those plantain things. They're gross. I didn't taste them in restaurants. I didn't taste them. I made them myself. I even made some myself. And everybody else liked them. I didn't like them. I'm like, I cooked them things and everybody was tearing them up. I didn't like mine. I didn't like the ones I had at the restaurants. When we went to Florida a couple of years ago, we went to Miami, Florida. And they got all those joints down there. I'm still like, I don't know. I'm just not big on a lot of Caribbean food. Uh oh, you took the test today? Well, I really, really hope that you don't have it. I know the symptoms. I know they say the symptoms is body aches, chills, it's like the flu, but times 10, or like the flu to the nth power. That's what I be hearing from the doctors and from family and friends who's been getting it. It's like every day every day I get on Facebook. I swear, and somebody else that I know has it. I swear, every day I get on Facebook, somebody has it. Yep. So I hope that you don't have it, and if you do, I hope that you get well soon. But oh Nathan, what else did you say? No, who was it? Somebody said something else. Oh Nathan, you said something about now Nathan, I'm not gonna totally agree with you on the Facebook recipes because I done tried some Facebook recipes, and y'all know if y'all follow me on Facebook, y'all know I post stuff all the time, food, cakes, all the time that I be cooking. I'm always posting something that I didn't cook. And sometimes some of the stuff that I be posting be from Facebook recipes. I'm in this I'm in like golly, I'm thinking I'm in like 5 or 6 Facebook groups. At least 5 or 6 Facebook groups that are dedicated to cooking, baking, or soul food, or I'm in a lot, well not a lot, but I'm in probably 2 or 3 cake decorating uh Facebook pages or Facebook groups. Since I am a custom cake decorator, I like looking at cakes. I like getting ideas, inspiration. You say you got skills. Oh, thank you, Nathan. Thank you. Yeah, you didn't have my cooking. You didn't have my cooking, and you didn't have my desserts too. Yes, you have. So yeah, I get down with the get down when it comes to cooking. If I can't do nothing else in my doggone life, I can cook. and bake and decorate a mean cake. But yeah, back to cakes, back to cheesecake. That's what I'm gonna be doing today later at 7 p.m. If you have the notification set on my YouTube channel, the Hood Table YouTube channel, you'll see the notification. I'm going live at 7 p.m. And what I'm going to do is first I'm going to make a cheesecake. I'm gonna make a cheesecake. I'm going to show you how I make my cheesecake, and then after that, and my cheesecake and cheesecake crust and all that. And then after that, uh, I'm going to make the frosting, the frosting for the German chocolate cake. And of course, German chocolate cake frosting consists of eggs, sugar, vanilla, pecans or pecans, depending on what side of the United States you are on or are in. Pecans, um, and coconut. So I'm gonna make that today. So that's what we're doing at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock p.m. We're gonna make a cheesecake. We're gonna make our crust. We're gonna make our cheesecake, and then after this, while the cheesecake is in the oven cooking, because the cheesecake takes about an hour. I make 10-inch cheesecakes. And then I use 4 blocks of cream cheese. Did I do 3? Did I really? I used 4 blocks of cream cheese. So for that much cream cheese, you need to at least make like a 10-inch cheesecake. At least a 10-inch. Got you get you a spring form pan, 10 inches. Now, if you're using like a recipe that calls for 3 blocks of cream cheese, then that's a 8-inch. Sorry, a 9-inch round. That's when you use your 9-inch spring form pan. But I have all the way up to 12. Yeah, I have all the way up to a 12-inch spring form pan. So depending on what people want me to make, what size, I have up to a 12-inch spring form pan. But I normally do 10 inches. 10-inch round. I use 4 blocks of cream cheese. So yeah. You said all that cream cheese and cake sound good, but what about them brownies? Got brownies? Why you want some brownies? I ain't made no brownies. You know what? I got some box of brownies in the cabinet. For brownies, I just buy brownies at the store. I buy a box and I just add my little spin on it. I put me some peanuts in it. Sometimes I put different kind. I put M&Ms. We be doing all kind of stuff. Me and my son, Reese's. We be putting all kind of stuff. Peanut butter and our brownies. We be doing all kind of stuff to them brownies. They be good. They be good. Oh, somebody text me. Oh no, somebody inboxed me. Okay, okay. Let me ask y'all a question because somebody hit me up and they want to come on my. They want to come on my show. They want to come on my show and speak about something. So let me ask you guys. Somebody sent me a inbox message and said, "Hi, Miss Tanya. My name is such and such. I would like to be on your show as a guest. I have the Family Cash Machine online cryptocurrency Bitcoin school. We teach money, cryptocurrency, wealth secrets, corporations, but mainly Bitcoins. And they said, let me know if you are open for a conversation. Some of your viewers might want to ask questions about cryptocurrency Bitcoins. So y'all let me know if that's something y'all interested in hearing about. I don't know a lot about Bitcoins, but a guy inboxed me about an hour ago, actually. He inboxed me about an hour ago and asked could he come onto my show to discuss Bitcoins and how to make money and get wealthy off of Bitcoins. So if y'all interested in something like that, please let me know. I think I might reach out back to him and find out a little bit about it before I schedule the show. Because I do know somebody else, a YouTuber who I follow, and I had them on my show before, not necessarily to speak on Bitcoin, but they was on my show before because sometimes like on Friday Night Lives, we allow up to 10 people to jump on the screen with us, and we just chop it up, kick back, chop it up for the evening. And that lady, she just happened to be one of the people that wanted to jump on the screen. And while we were discussing whatever we were discussing, I find out that she has her hand in Bitcoins. So she talked about it for a little bit, but I really don't know much about it. I done heard positive things about Bitcoin. I done heard negative things about Bitcoin. So it might be interesting to allow him to talk about it. You said you interested, Ms. Hall? Okay. I figure some people might be because, again, I don't know much about it. And hey, we all about making extra money, right? But sometimes, when people be talking about money like that, Bitcoins and different investments and things like that, sometimes I get a little scared. Like I need all my coins now. I can't be running across no scams or running across something that's not really profitable because in my Kevin Hart voice, the way my bank account is set up, so see, I gotta put it in my savings and transfer to my checking and get paid till next Friday and But you said be right back going to the kitchen. But Ms. Hall said January to March, I'm cutting back on sugar. Gotta get this COVID weight off. I got you. I understand. Same here. Same here. I was just telling my son, I'm gonna go to the gym, but I can't go to the gym because I'm not going to the gym. I'm not going nowhere where I might easily come in contact with. Hell, I don't even like going to the damn grocery store. I really don't. Shoot, if I could have one of those contamination suits to wear outside the house and to wear in the store, I'd wear me a whole doggone contamination suit. Sure, for real. Had a little oxygen thing in there. But yeah, can't mess with the scammers, can't do the scammers. And I don't know about y'all, but I get a lot of emails from people, how they be running those scams, like the running those scams in Africa. They used to show it on those TV shows like Dateline or 2020 back in the day, because that stuff used to be real big in Africa. They would have like those little shacks in Africa, a little old shack, and they would have a couple of phones, and they would show people in there on the phones and calling people all around the world and trying to get them to allow them to wire money into their account. They would take their money and use their bank account information. But yeah, that used to be really big. And a lot of times I get emails and it's from people who speaking broken English, misspelling words, talking about my uncle died and he left $50 million and we just need somewhere to transfer the money and we'll give you like a certain percentage of it. Do y'all ever get those emails? I get them all the time. All the time. All the time. And the names be sounding like African. Sure. And I just be like, delete, report. Man, this wire don't want to come off here. Oh my god. Let's see, is it twisting this way? Or is it twisting the other way? Oh, there we go. That wire did not want to come off. But yeah, so I think I might have him come on, see what he's talking about. But yeah, so after we do the cheesecake tonight live, and after I make the German chocolate, uh, well, Nathan, you said you're allergic to pecans. You're allergic to pecans? Oh man. Well, well, I guess everybody's allergic to something. I don't know what I'm allergic to yet. I've been on this earth so long. I don't think there is anything that I'm allergic to. I done had about every different type of food, from Chinese to Mexican, soul food, Indian. So yeah, I don't think there is anything that I'm allergic to as far as food. Oh yeah, and I love seafood, so I'm not allergic to seafood. I love seafood. I was talking to somebody about a week ago because I want to do a seafood broil or a seafood. Like, which do y'all prefer? Do y'all prefer a seafood boil or a seafood bake? Let me know which one y'all prefer. Because I was thinking about trying to do the seafood bake because me personally, every time I want a seafood broil or something like that, I just go order it from a restaurant. That's what I do. I order it from a restaurant and get me some crab legs, get me some shrimps and potatoes and corn and sausages and what else? Lobster tails and order dinner. But I never did it at home. I never did it at home. That's about one of the few things that I wanted to cook at home that I never did. And one of the main reasons is because it's so expensive. It's a lot cheaper. I mean, people think it's expensive to go order those lobster seafood platters or whatever from those restaurants that do the seafood broils for you. But sure, that compared to how much you gotta pay when you go to the store, please. That stuff is expensive. Buying all those lobster tails, all those crab legs, and see the restaurants, they get discounts because they buy all that stuff in bulk. They go through those distribution warehouse grocery, places. So they get discounts on that stuff. But yeah, making it at home, shoot. Don't you dare go to nobody's house like thinking it's like a normal meal, like a normal holiday meal, a normal dinner. Don't you dare go over there uninvited. Talking about make me a plate. They gonna be like, you ain't put in on this, man. Shoot. Now if they invite you, then of course, they obviously got enough, to go around. But man, when I normally hear people talking about they doing a seafood boil or something like that, they be like, you can come through if you want, but you're gonna have to put in on this. You're gonna have to stop at the school, get a bag of crab legs, get something, bag of shrimps, sausages, some cones, some potatoes. Got your something too. That's not a meal that you just roll up on somebody and just be like, make me a plate, then try to take a plate home, then try to make your man a plate, your kids a plate, so you take that back home. Yeah, too expensive. Shoot, my sister, she has one every year. And just for her little old family, they be spending like almost $300 for her and her three kids and her man. And Our mom, her mom, which is my grandma, uh, just for immediate family, it'd be coming up to like almost $300. So yeah, those seafood boils, they way more expensive to me, from what I can tell. Uh, Making them at home, but it's always nice to be able to do it. I mean, it's always nice to be able to do it. But now y'all got me want some doggone seafood. And I told my son I wasn't cooking today. My oldest son, I was talking to him this morning because I was worried about him because last night, y'all know the other day when I had talked to y'all the other day, I told y'all that we had like it wasn't really you could call it a snowstorm, but it wasn't a big humongous snowstorm because it wasn't a lot of snow. It was only like an inch or two, but it was up to like when I checked the news, it was like up to 40 miles, 45-mile-hour winds all day. So even though the snow that fell or that was falling wasn't large accumulation, but the wind was blowing around so fast, it was making it hard for you to see. And it was making that little snow that was falling ice up really fast. It was so slick. And people, I saw wrecks on the way to the grocery store. I saw people slipping and sliding. Hell, we slipped and slide when me and my youngest son went to the store. So, anywho, as usual, when the weather is bad, even with my son who no longer lives at home, I tell him to text me when you get home. And he gets off late at night, around like 10, 11, something like that. So he didn't text me. And I was calling, and his phone was ringing. And remember, I was on the show with y'all last night. We was talking last night for like 2 hours on here live. And I had told you, I said, I need to check on my son because he wasn't answering the phone. And I didn't know how bad the streets was that late at night when he got off. So this morning he called me because I ended up falling asleep. And this morning he called me and I was like, why you didn't call me back? Why you didn't answer your phone? Why you didn't text me? You know how it is. Mama Bear was like, why? He was like, Mom, my phone messed up. And I said, for real? He said, yeah, for real. He said, I gotta buy me a new phone. I said, well, how long has it been messing up? And he said, for about 3 weeks. He said sometimes it rings, sometimes it don't ring. He said it won't stay charged. Like he can keep it charged on the charge. He has to keep it on the charger like all day for it to stay charged. I was like, yeah, you should have been got you a new phone. So yeah, he was out this morning looking for a new phone. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna give you a pass. I'm gonna give you a pass, but you better get your phone fixed because I don't play that mess. I don't like my sons not having a vehicle, and I don't like my sons not having a phone. So yeah, once they was old enough to drive, old enough to get a job, some type of job, part time, something, we gotta get you a car. Don't play that. But anyhow, he got home safely. I'm chopping up my celery right now. Chopping up my celeries. Did I read all the comments? I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody's comments. Nathan said he just want one brownie. How much do I? How much he said? How much do I charge for one brownie? I just saw that. Oh, no, I don't have no brownies, man. You know what? I like to eat. I like a lot of different type of foods. I like a lot of different type of foods, and I like desserts too. But some people don't believe me when I say we not big cake eaters over here. Even though I'm a personal custom cake decorator. I'm like, well, how the hell you make cakes for people? You make all those beautiful cakes, all those custom designs and all that stuff, and you don't eat cake? I'm like, just because I make cakes for people to eat and enjoy, don't mean that I have to like to eat cakes all the time. I just don't be sitting over here eating no doggone cake. I might look like I do because I'm a thick girl, but I don't sit over here eating no cakes. So even before I started being a cake decorator, the only time cake came into this house was when I ordered one for the kids' birthdays. Honest to God. Honest to God. I never made a cake, not even out the box, before I became a cake decorator. Because I'm not like big on cakes. And when we would buy cakes from the store for their birthday and order them, the kids, they would eat a piece here and there. Then the whole thing would be sitting in the refrigerator or sitting on the counter in the box that it came in until it got old. So then even after I became a cake decorator and would be experimenting with different recipes and you know, I would make cakes and I would post them on Facebook and say anybody wants a free slice of cake. Shoot, I would take cakes when I was getting my nails done. I used to take cakes to the nail salons. I would take cakes to the daycares in the neighborhood, to the gas stations. I would take them to work at my part-time job when I used to have a part-time job. I would take them to my friends' house. I would take cakes everywhere, cupcakes, cakes, just for people to try them out and to taste them. Because I wasn't big on cakes. And besides that, you ain't supposed to get high on your own supply. That's what Craig said. Smoke, hey! Don't get high on your own supply. But yeah, so I have my favorites when it comes to junk food or snacks, but cakes is not one of them. So anywho, I can't wait till I don't know this vaccine that they got going out. I hope it really works. I hope it really works because they come out. We got a new strain of CV-19 that has came out. I can't remember where they said is spreading around. I think it was overseas. I just don't remember exactly where. But they said it's a stronger strain. They said it's worse. And I'm like, damn, we just got the vaccine out for this one. So now what? Will they have to make another? Will they have to do another rush job and make another vaccine for this new strain, or is that going to be, enough to combat that new strain as well? I don't know, but I know they said that the United States was cutting off all travel to and from that location, or not to that location, but from that location. I can't remember. Was it Germany? I can't remember. Let me see if I can look it up on my cell phone. Let me see. If y'all know, you can put it in the chat. Feel free to put it in the chat. Because that's kind of scary. Like people was thinking, okay, we might be able to get this thing under control. Now they got the vaccine out, we might be able to get it under control. And now it's a new worse strain out there. Oh yeah, you guys, don't forget to like the video, like and share the video, please and thank you. Okay, let me see. New strain. Okay. Okay, they said it's a mutant strain. That's what it's called. Okay, and it's in the UK, so it's the United Kingdom. Their government yesterday confirms a second strain of corona, and it's a mutant strain that has came out. They say it is new and it is potentially more infectious. It's a more infectious variant of the regular corona identified in South Africa. It has emerged in the United Kingdom. The British government confirmed Wednesday. The new variants from South Africa and Britain have not been identified in the United States. So far, they have not identified this new mutant strain that they said is more infectious than the previous strain of CV-19. So basically, what they're doing is they're stopping all travel from that area to the United States. If you live here in the United States and you was over there traveling, you might as well stay right there. Stay right there. Don't try to come back over here with this stuff. And did y'all see on the news? See, that's why I don't be messing around with these planes. That's why I don't be messing around with these planes. If I do have to go somewhere, if I absolutely have to travel, because it won't be for pleasure. I'm not traveling nowhere for pleasure right now in this day and time. It's not that serious. Um, but if I did have to, I would prefer to take my car or my truck. I don't want to take no plane because I remember when CV-19 first started, and I remember somebody took a plane from New York and they took it to Florida, and they knew they had it. They knew they had it, and they had to contain the whole plane and quarantine the whole plane. And just like that person on that plane, I know there are people out here who are walking around with it and acting like they ain't got it because they don't want to stay inside. They don't want to stay inside. So they be risking other people's lives. And so the other day, they said there was this man who was traveling on a plane and he died on the plane. They tried to save him, they tried to save his life. He died on the plane. Come to find out, he had CV-19. Afterwards, other people on the plane was interviewed, and I think they said 3 or 4 people got it from the plane that was sitting near him. And the thing about it with the plane is, it's like recycled air. I would feel like very weird sitting on a plane around a whole bunch of people. And I see somebody post a picture. They was on a plane traveling to a resort or somewhere, and they had a big face mask screen or something on them. I'm like, yeah, that might work, but I mean, obviously, we know that face masks are not 100% foolproof. Neither is washing your hands 100% foolproof. So why risk it? I'm not taking no plane. Nope. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Next time I travel, shoot. I don't even know if it'll be next year. I'm not putting nothing in the future right now. I'm not planning nothing. I'm just going with the flow. Just going with the flow for the meantime. But Okay. Jalapenos are cut. My, you see, my celery is cut. I did. Okay, I got two more bunches of greens. Got two more. Let me not. Okay. So let me get these other greens done. Then I gotta do some onions and some peppers. But oh yeah, y'all, don't forget, it's your girl's birthday Tuesday now. Tuesday is Earth Day, I believe, for a lot of people. But what I said, Earth Day, Born Day for a lot of people, including me, including me. I forgot who I shared my birthday with as far as celebrities. Do y'all ever look that up? I haven't looked it up in a long time, but I do share my birthday with some celebrities. But I ain't no celebrity, but they lucky to share a birthday with me because I'm awesome sauce. But yeah, Tuesday is my birthday. So we're not doing Friday Night Live tomorrow because of the holiday. A lot of people gonna be with their fam. So we're not gonna do Friday Night Live tomorrow. We're gonna make up for that on Tuesday on my birthday. Then again, I don't know. I know. Regardless, even if we don't do Friday Night Live on Tuesday, I know regardless we gonna do something. We gonna kick it on Tuesday here live for my birthday. Uh, but I don't know. Since Christmas is Friday and we normally do Friday Night Lives on Friday, maybe maybe we can do it Saturday night. Maybe we can Friday night. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We shall see what happens. Because I don't really have nothing planned this weekend besides working some overtime. Working a little overtime from home. Working on some claims. And trying to rest at the same time. I'ma definitely sleep in, knock out some hours on over the weekend, but still trying to rest at the same time as well. So yeah, we might do that. We might do that. This is one of the things I miss about my mom, rest in heaven. Her and the greens. My mom, it's funny because every time she cooked, and she's a cook, she's a good cook, she's a good cook. But every time she cooks, she always, does it taste okay? Are you sure it tastes okay? Well, is it as good as it was last time? I'm like, Mom, it tastes fine. I mean, like, in my whole entire life when she was on this earth, I've never tasted anything I heard that tasted bad. Never. It could be an old chicken leg or an old ham hock or an old, some greens, some dressing. Like, it could be anything. Pies, cakes. And she still, I don't know if she was, I don't want to say she was self conscious, but, and I'm the same way, I guess, when it comes to not regular food, but I'm the same way when it comes to like my baking. When I be baking cakes for people, I usually hit them up like a few days later and say, was the cake okay? Did everybody enjoy it? And if they bought it for somebody, did they like it? Did they, and I always get like, good reviews. I have a lot of good reviews on my cake decorating Facebook page too. I'm still sitting at 5 stars after like 3, 4 years of having that Facebook page. Still sitting at 5 stars. But yeah, so I don't know. Even though I make like my cakes, I can make them like, blindfolded. Even my frosting or my frostings. But you still, when you're making food for people, you want to make sure they enjoy it, make sure they like it. So sometimes I guess I do be a little bit self-conscious. Even when I don't hear nothing back, like a lot of times people will hit me back and say, "Oh my God, the cake was fire, it was a bomb, there wasn't a piece left," or people will hit me back upset because they didn't get a piece. They be like, "Man, I'm about to order another one just for me because I didn't even get a piece." They like tore that cake up before I even got a chance to get a piece. But sometimes when I don't get no response from people, I'll be like, "Well, I hope they liked it. I hope they, enjoyed it. I hope they child, if it's a kitty cake, I hope the kids liked it, the kids at the party or whatnot." But and so sometimes I'll hit them up, like, after maybe 2 to 3 days later, was the cake okay? I'm just checking to make sure everything went well. And it's always, a positive response. But yeah. But anywho, I'm gonna finish. How long we been on here? About an hour? Yep, about an hour. That's about what I wanted to do on here. About an hour because we're gonna be back on here tonight. And again, if y'all want to know how to make cheesecake, come through tonight. Come through tonight. I know some people know how to make cheesecakes, and I know there are so many variant ways to make cheesecake. There are so many different ways. So many. Um, some people like to use flour. Some people like to use sour cream. Some people like to use heavy whipping cream. Some people, it's just different ways to make your cheesecake. Especially even the crust. Some people like to use graham crackers. Some people like to use cookies, butter cookies. It's just so many different ways that you can make a lot of different things. But I'm gonna show y'all how I do it tonight at 7 o'clock. So again, we're gonna be on the hood table. You said, "Girl, them parents be too exhausted after those kids' party." You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied because I trust me. I am looking forward to those parties with my grandchildren. When my grandchildren do come, when they do come, when they are born, I do look forward to their parties and stuff. Matter of fact, I was talking to my youngest son. He has a little sister from his dad. After me and his dad broke up years later, he had a daughter by somebody else, and so the little girl's like 3 years old, and my son is 19. And so he wanted me to help him pick out some stuff for her the other day. And I was just picking out all these things as if she was mine. I was like, "Ooh, get her this. Ooh, she was like this. Ooh, no, this. Look, listen what it does." I'm up here tapping, making all these things go off in the aisle. He ended up getting a doll, this cute little pretty old doll with all these clothes and stuff. Then he also something I picked out. And if my son's dad is watching, because he followed me on here, we Facebook friends and all that, we real cool, But if you watching me, I picked out that big toy. I picked that out. But yeah, it's like a counting thing. It shows you how to count. And she's 3, so I told my son, with little kids, you always want to buy something that you know they just are going to really, really just want to play with. Because, like, if it's a little girl, definitely dolls, things like that. But always, you should always buy your kid, especially toddlers, a learning toy. Whether it's their birthday, whether it's Christmas, or just a gift, just to be mine. You should always include learning toys. So one of them is a learning toy gift, and then the other one was a doll that he picked out, but I picked out the learning one. And I was going through all that stuff. I'm like, ooh, you just wait. When y'all have y'all kids, I said, man, they party's gonna be lit because they already know I'm the cake lady. So I'm gonna make all the desserts. And my son, my oldest son, God willing, will be able to have a baby shower for his baby because his first baby is matter of fact, we're trying to find out what the baby was like 2 weeks ago, but the baby wasn't cooperating, kept his legs crossed, so couldn't make out what the baby had down there. So they go back on the 30th, which is next week. The day after my birthday. So the day after my birthday, hopefully I'll be able to know if it's going to be a boy or if it's going to be a girl. I'm hoping for a girl. My son and his girlfriend is hoping for a boy. All my friends was hoping for a girl. All my friends want a girl. Like Tanya, you didn't have no girls. Your sons, you got 2 sons, you didn't have no girls. You gotta have a girl and a little girl in the family. So all my friends want them to have a girl. But anywho, I was looking at all the toys. I'm like, wait till y'all have your kids. I cannot wait to go shopping for y'all kids. And he said, man, you can't be spoiling our kids and stuff like that. I'm like, didn't you get everything you wanted when you was younger? I told y'all how my 19-year-old tried to get me to buy that $500 PlayStation for him. He said, Mama, if we were still kids, you would have been bought that thing. And I said, but you were a kid. You were a kid. You were 19 years old now. So I'm the one paying all the bills, including your high-ass car insurance. He pays his car payment, which is like, it's so low. It's so low, but that's because I've been going to this car dealer for a minute, and I love him and he loves me, and I send a lot of people to him, so that's where we get our cars from. And then on top of that, we got pretty good, okay, credit, not great credit, but so his car payment is low. And on top of that, we put down $3,000. We put down $3,000. So his car payment is literally like 105 every 2 weeks. This because I was like, hey, how much do I have to put down for his car payment to be low? I was like, well, if you put down 1,000, no Lord. 1,500, no Lord. 2,000, no Lord. We need it to be low as possible. So it's like, okay, if you put $3,000 down, we can put his car payment at like $100 every 2 weeks. And so that's what we did. So we put down a lot of money to get his car payment low. And it still be paid off in like 2 years. So that's not bad, for a semi-new car. Not brand new, not too old, but But anywho, I said you was 19 years old. I wish I would buy you a $500 PlayStation. I know every time a new game came out when y'all was younger, they would put it on their birthday list or their Christmas list, and I would buy it. PlayStations, the Wii, all the way back to was the Super Nintendo around when they was little? Yeah, I think so. Super Nintendo, Wii, Xbox. 3, PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, all the things. Every time a new one came out, Mom, can we please? How's your grades? What kind of grades you got? Do you owe any homework? I be on them about the grades and homework. So as long as they did what they supposed to do and they act like they got some doggone sense and some home training around here, wasn't clowning and acting a nut or being bad as hell. They literally usually got what they wanted. But he's like 19 now. Mom, can you get me that PlayStation 5? I wish the hell I would. I'll put in on it. I'll put in on it. Shit, I'm paying all these bills around here while you going to college, and you want me to pay $500 for you a game? I'll put in on it. You better call your daddy. Sure. I'll put in on it. Tell your dad to put in on it, and you can put in on it. His brother even put in on it. His brother came and gave him $100 the other day. He said, "Merry Christmas. You do something with that." He's like, "Oh, good looking out, bro. Good looking out, bro." That's the one that's got a baby on the way. My 23-year-old. He came over the other day and gave him $100 for Christmas. I said, "See, that's how you do that. That's how we was when we was little. We would take all the money we got from our aunties, our uncles, our grandpas, grandma, mom, and dad. And we would take all that money and we would go buy us what the heck we want." I said, "That's what you better do." Shoot, I put in on it. Your dad, he'll give you cash. He'll give you cash. For Christmas. Your brother gave you some cash. Shit, you'll have almost enough. And then you put in a little bit and you fine. You get your $500 game. And then guess what he's saying? When I was talking to him this morning, I said, "Did you get that game?" He said, "Nah, I ain't buying no $500 game." See, that's how kids are. That's how kids are. I learned that real quick. Once my kids got older. The $150, $180, $200 tennis shoes that I was buying them, now they be trying to find all the deals. They be trying to find all the deals. Them Levi's that I was buying that cost like $80 and stuff like that. Now they be trying to find, "Mom, where's Burlington Coat Factory?" "Mom, let's go to the outlet." Oh, now y'all want to go to the outlets. Y'all wasn't trying to go to no outlets when I was shopping for y'all and buying all y'all stuff. The only time we ever went to the outlets really was when we was on vacation and we was out of town, and we would go to the outlets just to check out, the variety of stuff at in other cities. They wanted a brand new. They wanted the most expensive, but when kids get grown and they realize they gotta pay bills, all of a sudden they have a change of heart when it comes to some of that stuff. But yeah, he's like, "Yeah, I don't know. I changed my mind. I don't think I want that. I don't think I want that $500 game." I was like, "You was too funny." You say you're going to be an awesome grandma. Oh, thank you. I can't wait. I really can't. I cannot wait. And I always said to the boys, of course I want y'all to have kids, but I just hope y'all don't have them like before you graduate high school or right after high school. I'm just like, live a little, go to college, have some fun, travel a little, you know? And so that's all I really ask for them, not to have them too soon. So I used to tell them, wait till you're at least 24, 25, 30, something like that. After you get out of high school, after graduate, go to college, things like that. My other son, he graduated. He graduated from high school. He went to college out of town. Then he came back and went to college here in state. Then he got him a job. He got him a real good job. I'm like, "Damn, you make more money than I do. And I be working overtime. And he still makes more money than I do." I'm like, "I need to go back to college." That boy makes more money than I do. I'm, I'm proud of that though. But I'm up here like, dang, that boy makes some good money. I ain't gonna say how much he made, but he made some good money. So I'm proud of him. I think he's gonna be a great dad when his baby do come. I think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be a great dad. I know me and my cousin was talking the other day. I don't know if she's watching right now. I ain't gonna say what cousin, but me and my cousin was talking the other day, She's like, oh, your son, he's gonna be a great dad, and you raise awesome boys, and they gonna be this, and you should be so proud. And, and I was like, I am proud. I said, I know he's gonna be a great dad. I just hope they stay together. And she was like, why you say that? I said, shit, I mean, it's life. I mean, you hope people stay together. Hell, I'm sure you hope you would have stayed with each of your baby daddies as well. Like most people, they hope they end up, getting sometimes shit happens. And I said, God forbid something do happen and they break up because I can't see that happening right now. But and I like her. I don't like her. I love her. That is they ain't married yet, but that is my daughter. She calls me mom. But I'm like, God forbid if they do. I said, he better remain a good dad. He better remain in his life or remain in her life, whatever he has, a boy or girl. And I said, because I don't play that. And that's one thing, you let your kids slide with things when they grow up. Not everything, but sometimes you let them slide with stuff because kids gonna be kids, and kids sometimes make mistakes. They don't use good judgment, immature. You know, we've all been a kid, so we all know what it's like, right? And there's times that our parents will let us slide with something. There's times where our parents beat the brake off of us. You know what I mean? So, but I said one thing I won't let my kids slide on is raising their kids. And if you're not raising your kids, if you're not taking care of your kids, if you break up and you have to pay child support and you're not taking care of your kid, you're not going to see your kid, you know, things like that, things that a parent is supposed to do. I'm not going to treat you like you my kid because I didn't raise y'all to be some very good young men. And I'll be damned if y'all have some bastard children out here running around. I don't know where they at. They don't know me. They don't know their family. They don't know their uncles and aunties. They don't know you. They don't know their grandpa, grandma. They just don't have you. Then we got a problem. We got a problem. I don't give a damn what happened with you and her. We ain't going for that. She won't let me see. No, we going to court. We going to court. I'm not having none of that. And I know everybody raised their kids different. I know that. And my cousin, she didn't agree with me on that. She said, no, honey, you can't, if they mess up and turn out to be horrible fathers, they still your kid. That's where we disagree. I didn't let my kids slide on certain things when they were younger. I let them make mistakes sometimes and learn from them, bump their head. Sometimes backed away, hands off. Because I am a very protective parent. And everybody who knows me personally, they know I am a very overprotective parent. Even to this day, but again, my sons are used to it. I didn't tell them before they used to it. But they used to it. And they don't be tripping. They be like, that's moms. Moms will look out for you. Moms will make sure you're okay. Moms will make sure you don't go hungry, you don't go without. That's moms. So if I'm a little overprotective, I told my kids that. I told them that. I said, you will understand when you have kids. I told them that. I'm an overprotective parent, and I always will be to the day one of us leave this earth. And it's always gonna be that way. Let me have that. Let me have that. Just like if I'm having a rough day, and I go off over something because my sons haven't done something, let me have that. Let me go off. Let me say my curse words, and let me have that. Let me have that. And if I'm pissed off about something that you didn't do, if y'all forgot to take out the trash and it's Friday and I cuss y'all asses out, let me have that. I'm gonna cuss you out, and then we gonna move on. Just like when they were little, they would get in trouble, they would get disciplined, get grounded. If they got in trouble at school, got kicked out of school, just not do homework, whatever. You gonna get disciplined. I'm your parent. That's my job. And then after that, we gonna move on. Okay, you got discipline. What y'all want for dinner? But yeah, it's just certain things that parents should be allowed to do. And after we spend so many years slaving at jobs, breaking our back, working our fingers to the bone to make sure y'all have everything y'all need and y'all grow up, y'all ain't dead, y'all ain't in prison, y'all ain't locked up, you know, y'all ain't got no parents who abandoned you, who left you, you know. Shoot, let me have that. If I want to be an overprotective parent, let me have that. But of course, they older now, and they boys, so I'm not like as overprotective like I was when they was growing up. If my son said, "Mom, I'm leaving," all right, where you going? Who you gonna be with? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. Where you going? Who you gonna be with? That's all I want to know. And I do the same for them. I do the same for them. If I leave out the house and my sons don't know, they will call the other son first, or they'll inbox them, "Hey, you know where mom's at?" No, I don't know. They will hit me up. Where you at? I'm like, why? I'm grown. For real, mom? Where you at? Who you with? And I tell them, they be like, all right. Like, we've always been like that with each other. I always believe, I have always felt that you should know where your kid is. Of course, kids gonna be hungry. I was. I would tell my mom I was going on my friend's house. I would tell her I was going over my homegirl house. I was hungry at times growing up. But overall, you should have some idea of who your kids hang around. If something happens, even if they sneak off over some girl house and you don't know or something like that, you should at least have an idea, a list of phone numbers to call for their friends' parents. You know, so we've always been like that with each other. If my son leaves and I'm not even here, he'll text me and say, "I'm going over her house, I'm going over his house, I'm going to the mall, I'm going to." It's just common courtesy and respect because shit happens and there's a lot of people who don't make it home every single day. Whether they shot up by a police 11 times or if they died in a car wreck, anything. People get kidnapped, murdered by their husband, wives, all kind of shit happen every single day. So I've always felt like you should give the person who you speak to the most, be around the most, live with the common courtesy to know, have some idea of where you're going or who you're going to be with. So yeah, that's just common courtesy. So that's about where I'm at with them as they are grown men. So, and of course, my oldest son who don't live here, I don't be on him like that. I just be like, if he don't call me back, if I call or text him, he don't call me back. Then sometimes I get worried because I'm like so used to them hitting me back. Just like last night, we had that snowstorm yesterday, and I told him to hit me up when he get home from work last night, and he didn't. But his phone won't stay charged, which I found out today. That's why he didn't text me. And so he went to shop. He went shopping today for a new phone. But I was worried. I was worried. So we always gonna worry as parents. We always gonna worry. But the thing about boys, when you're raising boys, they turn into grown men. You have to give them room to mold into the man that they are going to be. But I'm still gonna worry, and I tell them, I'm gonna worry more. Y'all know I worry. Let me have that. Let me have that because one day, I swear I tell them one day, you're gonna wish Mama was there to worry about what time you got home. You don't wish mama was there to worry about do you got enough gas in your car, because if you got a tank that less than a half a tank of gas in your car, we got a problem. Did you not pass the gas station on the way home? Do you need some money? Did you not get paid this week? Why do you have less than a half a tank of gas in your car? It's just certain things that I'm just like, I don't care how grown you is. Put some gas in your doggone car. Shoot. But yeah, so my youngest son, every time I get in his car, that mug is on full. I swear. Every time I get in his car. So that's one thing he can say he learned from his mama. He keeps gas in that car. Shoot. And if y'all ain't got no gas, if y'all low on money, y'all better ask somebody. Shoot. Running around here with a 4 tank of gas, riding home on fumes or something. Y'all better ask somebody if y'all need some gas money. When you have a family, no matter how many of y'all in the household, it should never be a time where you need something and you can't get it, even if you have to borrow it, even if they need it back. And that's one thing I taught my sons after I'm long gone is y'all two. They got other brothers and sisters by their fathers, by different women. But as far as like y'all immediate family, it's y'all two. If your brother ain't got it, you get it. If neither one of y'all got it, y'all better get it together. Shit. So yeah, there's sometimes when my youngest son, he'll hit up his big bro. Hey bro, when he was still in high school and my other son was grown. Hey bro, mom gotta pay bills. I need this for school. Or hey dad, you should be able to ask somebody, mom, dad, your brother, somebody in the household. I'll tell them real quick. I ain't your only parent. They ain't quit acting like I'm the only damn parent. Your dad made good money. He got 3 degrees. He got 3 degrees. Your dad got money. Shoot. If you don't ask for it, I will. I sure will call this dad up real quick. Your son want a brand new phone. Your son want these $200 shoes. Your son want. All right. Highest grades. Highest grades. That's one thing me and my dad was really grades, your grades, your grades, your grades. How's your grades? A kid with good grades can get almost anything in this household. And you act right, and you doing your chores. Shoot. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, I had good times raising my kids. We had bad times. We struggle from time to time. you know, raising kids as a single parent. And I hate to call it a single parent because I really wasn't a single parent. I was just like the only parent in the household. But they could go to their fathers, their fathers was involved in their life. They play sports like damn near all their life. Their fathers always at their games, at their school functions, their what do you call it, their conferences. But I just get that single parent verbiage from, you raising your kid in the household by yourself. Not by yourself, but you're only parent. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. So yeah, there's times I'm like, dang, you better call your dad. Hit him up. Hit him up. And it don't be like I can't do it. I just be like, if you say no, then holler back at me. But kids sometimes when you raising a kid, like when they like 90% of the time with you, whether you are a man or a woman, and you have like full custody of a kid or whatnot, like they automatically, it's just out of habit that they come to you and they ask you for something. Just automatic. Like They know they have another parent that they can go to, but it's just automatic. You're right there. You're in the house. You're the person they see every single day. You know, they might see the other parent every weekend, every other week. You know, however you got it set up, but they see you every day. So when I say, I tell them, go ask your dad. It don't be like because I ain't got it. It be because quit acting like you only got one parent. Shoot, we both work hard to raise and take care of you. Shoot. And he be like, okay, hey. Like if he don't got it, which that's not normally the case, but still, like we gotta share the responsibilities. But ask me for every doggone thing. um, like, where was that? Like, okay, he's a full-time student, my youngest one. And his car had got a wreck. The first car that I got from him had got a wreck. And it got totaled out. Somebody hit him at a stop sign. And so the new car he got. Now he's a full-time college student. I helped him put down the deposit on the car, the down payment. We put down $3,000 on the car. I'm paying his car insurance, by the way, every month. And his stereo in his car, the manufacturer stereo, it started messing up or something. Started messing up. And he was like, Mom, can I please have somebody give me another stereo? So we go to this stereo place called Stereo West. And I see the prices on these stereos. And I say, call your dad. And I walked out the store. He's like, for real, Mom? You're not going to give me no stereo? For real, Mom? Call your dad. Quit acting like I'm the only parent. And he called his dad. I'm like, when the kid lives with you most of the time, they just get into a habit of asking you for every single thing. So I hit his dad up. I said, your son gonna be hitting you up in the stereo. He's like, all right, what happened? It's just that easy. Just call your dad. I hate cutting up garlic because it's so sticky. But I'm almost done. Ooh, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. Oh yeah, I still got okay. I'm tripping. Okay, so I got my garlic chopped up. Garlic for the greens. Jalapenos. But you say you right, we all been there. Yeah, we all been there. As parents, we all been there. So a lot of times when they did some retarded stuff, some dumb stuff, some crazy stuff, when they were growing up, before I went ham, eggs, and bologna, sometimes I have to rest back in my thought process. I have to rest back to my younger years and be like, hey, the same thing they just did, I did when I was younger. I did when I was younger. So sometimes when they would get in trouble for stuff, or when they would get in sticky situations, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let you learn the hard way on this one. I'm gonna let you learn the hard way. That's another. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta let them learn the hard way. So real. Gotta be strict, but also fair. That's my belief when it comes to raising kids. How you doing? What's up, April? Hey, love. Hey, Booski. Happy holidays. But yeah, if I've never had any type of rule or advice for raising kids, my one rule would be if I had a golden rule for raising kids, and I only had two sons. But if I had a golden rule for raising kids, it would be strict but fair. Be strict, but remember you once used to be a child. And you once used to cut up sometime. And you once did the same dumb shit, crazy shit that they are doing right now. So you have to be strict, but fair and understanding. And I had that strictness growing up, but I didn't have that fair and understanding growing up. So that was a big issue with my brothers and I when we was being raised. We had the strictness. Oh, they had that down pat. Our parents had that down pat. They had the strictness, but they didn't have the fair. They didn't have the fair. So it was like either their way or the highway. I was raised in a strict Christian household, even though my dad wasn't all in the church. My stepdad, he wasn't all in the church, but my mom was. My dad was like the one that partied and drank and smoked and all that kind of stuff. Hung out in the streets, all that kind of stuff. But my mom, she was the church mouse. So at times it was conflicting in the household. It was very conflicting in the household. But they were strict. Nonetheless, they were strict. But a lot of times I know when I was younger, I got in trouble for some stuff. And I'll be like, it ain't even my fault. It ain't even my fault. And my brothers used to get me in trouble for stuff. Like if they didn't get their way with me when our parents was at work. My mom did. My dad always worked. My stepdad always worked, but my mom, she didn't really start working until all of us was at school. So when my youngest brother finally got into full day kindergarten, that's when she decided to go back to work. So she started working, and by that time, hell, I was like, um, let's see, he's about 10 years. Yeah, he's about 10 years younger than me. My baby bro. Yeah, he's about 10 years younger than me. So by the time he went to school full time, and by the time my mother started working, I was like in 10th grade or something like that. 2 years from graduate. So after school, if my parents were still at work, I had to watch the kids. And one of the rules, like most homes, one of the rules is don't have nobody in their house when they go. But my brothers, they used to love breaking that rule when mom and daddy wasn't around. They used to love breaking that rule. And so they would have kids come over, and I come downstairs, and the kids, they all up in the living room, playing around, eating up the food, uh, playing video games, and I would go off, and I would put the kids out. And be like, y'all not supposed to have no company over here. So sometimes to get their way, they would try to blackmail or lie on me. My brothers was ornery. They was real ornery, y'all. They would lie on me. Tanya did this, Tanya did that, Tanya did. So I would get in trouble because I wasn't letting them have their way. When my parents were not at home. So that's one of from that happening when I was younger. From that happening, and then when I had my two boys, I was really strict on that part. Like y'all are brothers, y'all are siblings. Your job is not to get each other in trouble. Your job is to help each other out, support each other, and if one of y'all get in trouble, your job is to help them get out of trouble. not to rat on each other, not to snitch on each other, not to blackmail each other, not to, all that stuff. So I was really like really strict on that. No fighting. I wouldn't even let them fight. The reason why I wouldn't let them fight, even if they had a disagreement, was because when I was growing up, my brother used to fight they used to fight. They used to fight. I had cousins, boy cousins, they used to fight. They used to fight. They used to pull knives on each other. My brothers would pull guns on each other. They would pull knives. Man, whoo! I remember one time my brothers was fighting so tough. They was at my house, and that's when I stayed in the projects. I stayed in the projects when my son was like first born, my oldest one. I stayed in, if you know Omaha, I stayed in Spencer Projects. I stayed in the last projects on the backside behind Dailies, the ones leading right up to the North Freeway. So I stayed way in the back. They was fighting so tough, they tore my brand new big screen TV to pieces. They flattened and I had a big entertainment center. They flattened my entertainment center. One of them picked up the TV and threw it at my other brother. When I say my brothers used to fight, they used to fight. I remember one time they got in a fight, and it was at another house, apartment that I had lived in. And my brothers had picked up my couch. See, one of my brothers is really strong. When I say really strong, he's really strong. I'm like, man, who the hell are you? The Incredible Hulk? He really strong. Like, if he helps you move furniture, I'm telling you, everything in your house, it would be over his head. The TV, the couches, the love seats, the beds, everything would be over his head. Like the refrigerator, he don't need no help moving. Okay, he was really strong, and I think he's still pretty strong to this day. My one of my brothers, and he picked up my couch and man, I'm telling you, when them two fight, it's like they see red and that's it. So one of the things when my boys were younger, I made sure if y'all had a situation that y'all can solve, either separate, walk away, agree to disagree, or come to me and I'll try to help y'all get through the whatever disagreement is, the situation, and work it out some type of way. So I wasn't down with that. I wasn't down with that fighting because I'm like, you're not supposed to fight each other. You're supposed to fight the people in the streets. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to fight for each other, not fight against each other. So yeah, but so yeah, still yet, if I had a golden rule as far as parenting, it would be strict but fair. That's my golden rule to parenting. Be strict but fair and understanding. And on that note, we almost at an hour 45 on here. It's almost 2:46. I'm gonna finish cutting up these peppers. I got 2 onions to cut. Then I'm gonna throw these turkey legs on the stove in my big old pot. Cook these turkey legs for a few hours. Then I'm gonna throw the greens in there after I wash these greens. 6 bunches of greens here. 6 bunches. I got them in 2 different bowls. But yeah, I got a bowl inside a bowl. 6 bunches of greens right here that I just cleaned. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then again, tonight at 7, if y'all want to tune in while I make this cheesecake, show y'all how I make my cheesecake at 7 o'clock. Feel free to click the notification bell on my YouTube channel, The Hood Table. Because I'm going live at 7, and I'm gonna show y'all how I do my cheesecake. And then also after that, after the cheesecake goes in the oven, I'm gonna make my frosting on the stove for my German chocolate cake, the frosting for that. So if y'all want to stay for that too, feel free. But yeah, I'll be going live tonight at 7. So if you subscribe to us on YouTube under The Hood Table, make sure you hit the notification bell so you can get the notifications every time we go live. And if I don't see y'all again, if I don't see you before tomorrow, I pray you have a wonderful, safe holiday with your family and friends. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. I just hope you are safe and you are around loving, caring people, and you enjoy your meal, enjoy your family, friend presence, and remember the biggest meaning of Christmas, and that is Christ. That is Christ. That is love. That is joy. That is peace. That is happiness. And just enjoy, have fun. And Tuesday is my birthday, so we're gonna be back Tuesday too, next Tuesday. On that note, stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant. Watch where you're going, watch who you're around, keep those masks on, try to avoid as many crowds as possible. And I'm out.